Hi everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Vintage Cottage, and today I have all wedding dress pieces. I have some medallions, I have some sleeve panels, and towards the end I have some very big pieces that I'm going to sell as one whole piece. So let's get started. Up first is Lot O. Lot O is a heavily beaded little medallion. It has clear sequins, pearl beads, has some large teardrop beads. This one measures 10 inches by 5.5 inches. And this is what the beadwork looks like on it. Very, very pretty. Some almost Venice lace looking sections there. So this one is Lot O. I have 6 of these available and they are $5 a piece. Lot P is the first of the sleeve panels. Kind of a funny shape. I'm going to pan through it first. This one has clear sequins. The top part is all on tool, so you'll be able to cut those apart. There's a satin covered bow here with a rolled rose in the middle of it, and then the bottom part is on satin, and you will, it looks like you could seam pick these off. You'd have to be careful because there's a couple of bead stitches that go onto the satin, or you can just cut around them like the top part, and then down to the cuff of the sleeve. And this is what the appliques look like on this one. They are the corded alençon type appliques. There's the rolled rose bow, and then you've got the parts that are on satin or tulle at the top. This is one of those dresses from the 80s with the big puffy sleeves. So this is Lot P. I have 2 of these available and they are $4 excuse me, $4 a piece. Lot Q is also a sleeve panel. The top part, the puffy part of the sleeve, has this crosshatch pattern on it with pearls and sequins in the middle of each of the intersections. And then this one is heavily beaded. And these beautiful, this one also has clear sequins. I think everything today has clear sequins. It goes down. Oh, I didn't give the measurements of the Lot P was 31 inches by 13 inches. Lot Q, this one, is 29 inches by 12 inches at the widest point in through here. And then it comes down to this pretty medallion at the bottom. I believe this is from the same dress that those first medallions at the beginning are from. Heavily beaded down here. Well, the whole thing is heavily beaded. Very pretty. And coming up to this fabric section with the pearl and sequin in the middle. So this is Lot Q. I have 2 of these available and these are $6 a piece. Lot R is also heavily beaded, but unfortunately the sequins on this one have turned a golden color. I'm just going to pan through. This one measures 25 inches by 11 inches at the widest point, and all of the appliques are on tulle on this one, so you'll be able to easily cut these apart. And you've got satin covered buttons. There were no buttons on the last one, was there? No. This one has satin covered buttons on it. And this is what the appliques look like. Still very pretty. If you're doing a gold project, a project that has gold in it, these would go very well because the sequins are a gold color. There you go. Nice beadwork on this. This is lot R. I have 2 of these available, and I'm only asking $4 a piece for these because they are yellowed. Lot S, another sleeve panel. This one measures 27 inches by 11 inches at the widest point here. And I'm just going to pan down. This beautiful medallion at the bottom here. This one has these satin covered buttons on it. Look at that at the bottom there. Very pretty, heavily beaded and sequined. These looks like you will have to cut around them to remove them from the sleeve. Gorgeous, really pretty appliques. Look at the shine on those. So this is lot S. I have 2 of these, and these are $6 a piece. Lot T is the last of the sleeve panels. This one is also heavily beaded. It's all on tools. You'll be able to cut around these to get them off. I'm on T. This one measures 28 inches long by 12 inches at this widest point here. Got lots of appliques on here. Satin covered buttons on this one as well. And that's what this one has. Clear sequins, very heavily beaded. Nice beadwork there. Satin covered buttons. And then you have all of these appliques all the way up. So there you go. This one is lot T. There are a lot of heavily beaded appliques on this one. This one is $8 a piece. Lot U is a hem section. I'm just going to pan through it. I believe this was the bottom of the front of a skirt, the skirt of a wedding dress. So it's been on my shelf for a while. I'm just going to pan through it. This one is 36 inches long, so you have a yard of this hem at the bottom, and I'll come down in a minute. And then this part is 18 inches here. This one actually has iridescent sequins on it all the way over there. So let's come down, take a look at the beadwork on here. This is the hem. You can hear my dog on the floor over there. She's like just wrestling with herself. And then you've got these. Well, actually, I was going to say that looks like the hem, but it's not. It's a little bit different from the hem part. You've got these sections of little beaded clusters all the way along. You've got this going up here. Very pretty, heavily beaded. So this is lot U. I only have one of this available, and I'm asking $10 for this one. That's lot U. Now, up next are pieces from the train of a dress. This train had one section going all the way down the middle, and then two more sections just like it going down the sides. What I'm showing you first is one of the side sections, and it is ginormous. I'm not going to be able to, obviously not going to be able to show you the whole thing. This is removable from the satin. You can seam pick. It's just machine stitching holding it onto the satin. It's removable, so you can seam pick if you like doing that. And I love doing it, but this was just too much. There was a lot else on this dress too, so I'm working on that. But I'm just going to pan through this. Wait a minute, let me give you the measurements. V. It is 7.5 feet long by 16 inches wide, and this is the width right here. What it actually is two pieces of what's on the hem running alongside each other, going all the way down. So you've got a piece here and a piece here that both can be, yeah, they both can be removed from this satin. So I am just going to pan, and then I'm going to come down. It's 7.5 feet long. And it's the same, oops, I'm losing my paper. You can get a lot out of this. There's all kinds of ways you can cut this up into smaller pieces, and that's all the way down. I'm selling these as a whole piece. See if there's any interest as a whole. And these are the different, it's got a bunch of roses and leaves and swirls. So you can cut this up in all kinds of different ways. So that's what the beadwork looks like on here. So this is one of the ones coming down the side. I have two of these, and I am asking $20 a piece for this one, which is lot V. Lot W is the exact same thing. Well, not exactly the same. It is this from the same dress, the same configuration, two rows of the hem going side by side down the middle of the dress. It is 9 feet long by 18 inches wide, and you can see how much there is here. Same appliques, the roses and the leaves and the swirls on this one as well. So lot W, I only have one. It went down the middle of the train, and I'm asking $30 for this piece here. And up next is a dress that I cut up. It's beaded and sequined fabric. Lot X is this came off in 3 different pieces, 2 pieces on the back that were on either side of the zipper, and then there's the next piece is the whole front piece of this dress, and it's beaded fabric. This first piece is one of the back pieces. It measures 50 inches long by about 10 inches wide at this point here. And, oops, there's my remote. This is, it's pretty heavy. There's a lot of beadwork and sequin work on here. I don't know if that's showing up well enough. Whoops, well, it's probably a little too close. There you go. So that's the fabric. It is stitched, the bead stitching goes all the way through, so you'll need to either put heat and bond or some kind of something to hold the stitches on the back if you're going to cut this up into smaller pieces. But I'm just going to pan down the whole thing. There's the bottom, the hem. So it's a big piece of fabric. Wouldn't that be pretty on the cover of like a wedding album or something? And then this is the top of the top of the back. So this is lot X. I have 2 of these available, and I'm asking $10 a piece for lot X. And lot Y is the front of the dress, and this one is even heavier beaded. This one is very heavily beaded, and it's very heavy as well. It measures 50 inches long by 20 inches wide at the widest point. I'm just going to pan it first. You can see how much fabric you've got there. This is gorgeous. There are some darts to give the contour of the dress. So I'm going to come down, and this one has lots of beadwork on it. Get all of those individual pieces. Very, very pretty. Look how pretty that is. Clear sequins on this. Lots and lots of beads. And this is the same. The stitching, bead stitching goes all the way through the fabric. So you'll have to, if you're going to cut this up, you'll need to stitch around the edges where you're cutting, or seal around the edges where you're cutting. So this is lot Y. And this one I only have one of. It's the front of the dress, and I'm asking $25 for this piece. And lastly, I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to use this. This is the part of that same dress that was at the top. This went around the collar, and there's the hooks where it hooked, and then this went under the arms. You'll have to be very careful to cut this up, because of course the beadwork goes all the way through it. But if anybody thinks they can use this, I have one of it. It is heavily beaded. Heavily beaded and sequined. Gorgeous. I have one, and I am asking $8 for this. That is lot Z. And that's all I have for today. I have no idea what I'm going to be offering next weekend. I have to go looking through my shelves and drawers and see what I can come up with. But that's it for today. I hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, and trying not to go crazy at home. So that's it for today. Bye!